Hey guys, welcome back to LOI Fan TV. Bit of a different video for you today. We're doing a European preview. Yeah, this week Shelbourne are playing host to Linfield, and St. Pat's are playing host to Hegelmann. Is that how you say it, Ross? From
It's the
Lithuania.
first leg out there, I think, is it? Or
No, the first
am I
leg's at
mistaken?
Richmond.
Is it Richmond as well? Is it? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
yeah,
yeah. FC Hegelmann, as far as I know. Yeah. So, yeah. Obviously, one tie stands out there, really, doesn't
yeah. Pat's and Hegelmann. I can't wait to watch it. It's going to be great. It's going to be
it?
great tie.
Yeah,
It's
the
gonna be
way
amazing watching
Pats are playing.
Pats. It's gonna be great watching Pats actually try play well for once. It's good.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think it was European games that kind of turned the season around last year, so they'd be hoping for the same again. But Jesus, Hegelmann will fancy their chances.
They would fancy. I was already looking at them. Actually, let's jump into them first. Why not? We'll
We do.
save the
We get
best
that
for
one first.
last.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
save
Happy
the best
days.
for last. But yeah, FC Hegelmann, Lithuanian team, are third right now this season. Now I was going through kind of Wikipedia their page. They have a few Lithuanian internationals, so by no means are they minnows. Like I know Lithuania aren't the best international team in the world,
Yeah.
but still, they have multiple Lithuanian internationals in their team. As I said, they're doing well this season. They're, as I said, third. Yeah, like they're cruising, like joint second, after 19 games played, so they're mid-season too. To be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah, which is a big
it
factor, isn't it? I guess
yeah,
like a lot of the time the advantage the League of Ireland side has over a different team in the early stages of Europe is that it's pre-season, they're just back kind of thing,
yeah,
whereas they're obviously in their season as well.
yeah. Like as you touched off there, like if this Lithuanian team were coming back into pre-season, you'd be like, Pats every day of the week, no hassle. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just the fact that Pats, like, literally look at their front of form here, like a live score. It's like red, 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 gray, gray. There's no
yeah,
win.
yeah. I think
So
it's
it,
6 games
yeah.
without one now.
Oh, shocking. But that was pretty poor. But like, if I was the Lithuanian team, I'd fancy me chances. First leg
Yeah,
get a good result down in Richmond, bring them back to Lithuania. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. That's it exactly. Yeah, I was doing a little bit looking into them. I think they were only founded in 2009, so they're kind of a relatively new club. And yeah, so it's kind of interesting to like see how many fans they'll bring over. It's always with those kind of clubs you never really know how much of a fan base is kind of garnered in that time period, I suppose. But I saw there was a funny couple of links between the manager and St. Pat's as well. Their manager is Andreas Skirla, and he was part of a Zalgiris team, who's like the biggest team in Lithuania, as far as I know, who beat Pat's in 2013. Funny enough, so there's a bit of a link there between their manager and Pat's, a bit of history.
Interesting, right? So they have a bit of a flavor for beating Pats.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Look, this is yeah, this first leg, Pats have to win it, don't they?
Oh, big
Especially
time.
in Europe, you don't want to be going out to Lithuania out of
No.
form, out of sorts, not holding some sort of result. Like even like Shells, think about Shells last year, the Gibraltar team, like they took a
Yeah.
one goal lead out there, but still, like
Something like,
it was something. It wasn't the best,
yeah.
but it barely got you over the line. So it's just yeah, you need to win, don't you?
Yeah, it's these kind of games that are, no one's gonna blow anyone away. Like if they're gonna be tight games, like a 1 goal lead is big at this level and at this stage. Like kind of teams will go out not wanting to make a mistake. There'll be tight, edgy affairs. Like there's so much on the line for clubs of this size in the Lithuanian league and in the Irish league to get through a couple of stages of the Conference League means so much. It's nearly borderline more important than the domestic campaign a lot of the time. So it's such an important game, and you'd expect a tight, edgy affair. So bringing a 1-0 lead away from home, kind of getting a draw out there is definitely achievable, but you need to have that lead. Like,
You do 100%. Yeah, prediction wise for this game, I feel like it's a bit of a banana skin. It kind of gives me the Derry Magpies kind of feel to it. Like you're looking
yeah,
at it
yeah,
and like it should be straightforward, but I don't think it will be straightforward. I think I'm gonna go towards a 2-all draw here. I think it's gonna be a bit of a mad one.
that could be mad. Yeah, yeah. I was just having a look at it to see who their kind of star men were. And I think they have a winger called Donatas Kazlauskas, who's 31, but he has 34 caps for Lithuania. So I suppose he's one to keep an eye out for, kind of a experienced player in European. Let's say he's played a good few European games, obviously a lot of international caps, so he'll be used to the occasion somewhat. Another midfielder, Domantas Antovicius or something like that. He has four
And
caps for
Anto
Lithuania.
space
And
vicious.
Anto Vicious, exactly. Yeah, Anto Breslin Vicious. Yeah, so a couple of Lithuanian internationals in the team, and I think they've kind of a very diverse squad apart from that as well. So it'll be interesting to see what level they're at. I think as well as that, like I think what was kind of telling to me was I think in 23-24, which would have been that's last season. I think they lost to that. Scoopy team that you beat a couple of years ago as well. I think that Scoopy team beat them 5-0. So like if that's something to kind of base it off, do you remember playing against them?
Scoopy.
I think
Yeah,
they're
the name sounds very
Macedonian or something.
massive. I can't. Yeah. I remember
I think
getting
he's beat them
by.
the year before. I
Yeah.
think he's beat them the year before, but he's beat them comfortably enough. Like, and then they beat this team comfortably last year. So you'd imagine Pats should over two legs fancy their chances, but it's the way they're playing. They're just looking desperate.
Diabolical, yeah. Yeah, I saw, I don't know if it's tongue in cheek on Twitter, but some people were saying like some players have financial incentives in European matches to,
Yeah,
score goals and so on. So it might get a tune. Like, as funny as it is to laugh about, like, it is a real thing. Like, I was listening to League Round Central, and they're saying like Stephen Kenny and Stephen Bradley have got substantial six-figure sums from, successful European campaigns as managers. So, like, there is
yeah,
financial rewards there. So, players will get up for it. Yeah, like, Pats should win this. They should, but I just have a weird feeling about it. So that's why I went 2-all.
yeah. I'll go for Pats to win it. I'll go for I'll go 1-0. Just kind of a tight now. Just about. I feel like Jake Mulroney could show up for this or something. Johnson, the kind of game he would kind of just show up for. Uh, I just think they might have a little bit too much, especially at home, and take kind of a well needed crucial lead over there the following week.
Yeah. And then ran a limited capacity Richmond Park, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. So I think similar situation with Richmond and talk as far as I know in terms of I think the standing section in Richmond can't be used. So it's same in talk. So it's a bit of a shame the limited capacity, especially for the one in talk, which we'll talk about in a minute. But it's a
Yeah.
big shame to miss out on the added few quid you'd get from that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I assume the next round for both teams will have to play in Hull at some point. Would both teams have to change? You'd imagine at some point.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Pats were second. I think the second round's okay for Pats, but second round for Shells, I don't think it's okay in Champions League.
Champions League, yeah.
You probably pay in Tala, but yeah, I suppose then moving on to Shells, playing host to Linfield, absolute
Yeah,
like an absolute barn burster of a fixture, like just
yeah. It's
yeah,
it's massive, massive,
huge.
isn't it?
Huge. Joey O'Brien been confirmed. I know we were talking last time out about the news breaking that he was going to take over. Now it's been announced. So and off the back of a good result as well against Cork on the weekend. So Shells are their fifth. Like not the best season from them, but it feels like a bit of a turn of the page in the book for them season wise and a feeling wise as well. So Joey O'Brien will really kind of love to get his teeth into this tie, won't he?
Yeah, no, without a doubt. I think he's definitely got a reaction since kind of taking the reins a bit. Obviously,
Mm.
unbeaten in three good performances as well, and looks like he's starting to get a bit of a tune out of Meepo. 2 goals in the 3 games from him, which I think people are kind of touching on how he could be kind of have that Johnny Kenny esque impact for Shells, similar to how Johnny Kenny was for Rovers last year, just in terms of having that threat of the pacing behind on the break in Europe. I think is so important for League of Ireland sides, just to give teams something to think about. So I think Meepo could be huge in Europe this season in particular. And I think you've seen Harry Wood come alive last couple of games as well. So definitely O'Brien seems to have got a reaction out of the side since Duff's departure, and it's looking a little bit more positive heading into this one, which is great.
Yeah, for sure. I suppose looking at Linfield, then look, Northern Irish champions. Joel Cooper, one of their better players, left the club, has gone to Coleraine. I think that was a bit of a saga up the north. So yeah, so I was looking at their like arrivals, like they signed one player, I think a fullback from Larne, Sean Brown. Apart from that, I don't really see any other kind of movement for them. Striking wise,
Yeah,
obviously they're out of season now. Look, David Healy, in my opinion, is a really good manager. Like I think he's very good. If he was down in this league, I think he'd be one of the best managers in this league as well. Like Premier League pedigree and so on. Great
he's
playing.
there 10 years. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. He's
That's
won it.
mad, isn't it?
It's kind of like Stephen Bradley, like up there. Like he's been there
Yeah,
like that long. Like yeah, and obviously the Chris Shields and one or two other decent players. But yeah, I don't know what you're gonna get with Linfield here. You'd imagine Shels be favourites, wouldn't
yeah. I think we touched on the being out of season factor, like
you?
Lithuanian side obviously being in season, Linfield being out of season. I think that could be a big factor. Have you found that as a Rovers fan over the past few years that being in season has definitely helped yourselves oversize that maybe coming into their preseason? Or have you found that to be a big kind of impact on the game, or is it or both teams? Or do you kind of like at this day and age, like professionals are they never really too far out of shape? Like it's hard to know, isn't it?
See, it's kind of hard for me to kind of judge that because like we've been in the Champions League the last couple of years, and in the first round you're kind of playing your Icelandic teams who are mid-season, and then in the second round if you get through, you're hitting like your Ludogorets and your Slavia Pragues that are in pre
Yeah,
like
yeah,
sorry
yeah.
they're mid-season, but like if a team's out of season in Champions League second round, they're of a level that's still superior. So
Like Carabao
yeah.
will be lying wait for whoever's here, like in the big favourites. Like,
Yeah, they're huge favorites. Yeah, no, but like in this tide, like for Linfield, yeah, like I think it's going to play a huge factor to be honest. Like sharpness is so key.
yeah,
And even though Shells like have been a bit hit and miss this season, I think that will really show. And even like if you actually look at both 11s, how many like Linfield players get into Shells team? Like you probably say two or three max. So
yeah,
like
yeah,
that then even look you look at Rovers and Larne up in Belfast last year, like we hammered them. Like it
yeah,
wasn't even close. Like we had a big league game on that Sunday. We played them on the Thursday and we took off like Burke and Mandreu and everything and then it was 4-0 or 4-1 at that point. Like we could
yeah,
have went
yeah,
on and twisted
yeah,
them. Like, so yeah, I think there is I think there's a discrepancy in the level between the North and the Republic leagues. So yeah,
yeah.
here I fancy Shells to win, definitely.
What I would say about that example is that I think probably on the face of it, like, and it probably shows this season that Rovers squad wise are generally like a level above Shells, and I think Linfield finished 22 points ahead of Larne, I think something like that. So they're probably a level ahead of Larne. So there probably is a little bit more of an even contest than that one from last season. I still think there's a gap. There should be a gap between the two sides, but I think it's definitely a lot closer. Like I think Shells probably marginal favourites coming into it with the different factors and bits and pieces, but definitely like a much tighter game, I'd imagine. And Shell's never really kind of hammer teams, it's never really like a massive scoreline or anything or too comfortable of a night. So I'm not expecting anything like that. But yeah, it's a massive game. I think you mentioned Chris Shields there. I think he's suspended for the first leg. Sean Gannon, his former teammate, Dundalk teammate, he's suspended, I think, for the two legs potentially, actually, which is a big blow for Shells, especially the way Shells have been kind of defending this season, like conceding a lot of kind of goals and silly goals at times. So having someone like Sean Gannon out of the side, that experience of a night like this is a big blow, to be fair.
Yeah, no, it is a big blow. But then again, you look at Evan Caffrey, who's probably been your best player this season, can do a similar job. So, yeah, from my perspective, I don't think it'll be that big of a loss. I suppose then, kind of looking at a result for this, I know you're saying you think it'll be a tight game, but I just see Shells win this game by 2 goals. I don't know what it is. I just think that going up there, you'll take a good lead. I have a feeling I'm gonna go 3-1 Shells.
That would be huge. That would be huge. Yeah, I just get the feeling of a 2-1 here. I'm gonna go 2-1 home win. I just think it'll be tight. I can't don't have that like, huge amount of confidence in us defensively, so I think we might concede. But I'm hopeful that we can nick two. It'd be interesting to see how we approach it because I think Linfield will sit deep in the first leg. So is it be better off going with a Boyd or a Martin rather than a Meepo? If there's not much space to working in behind, there's a lot of things for O'Brien to kind of consider in this one. But yeah, I'll go for 2-1, 2-1 Shells, take a narrow lead over into Northern Ireland the following week.
Yeah, so there we have it, guys. That's our kind of preview and predictions ahead of Europe for League of Ireland sides. Yeah, we're going to do a second leg one as well, and we'll reflect on all the action that took place in the first leg, and we'll preview the second legs. So yeah, look, leave a comment, let us know what you think, how you think both sides will get on, and yeah, as subscribe if you're new, and let's try get this to 20 likes, guys. So yeah, sure. We're gonna make another preview and predictions for Game 24 in the League of Ireland as well for the three games going on this weekend too. So stay tuned for that also. But yeah, catch you guys soon. Cheers, Ross.
Take it easy.